people in this room and the parameters on the council and the mayor's office. We bring these requests as you taught us to pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Grimes. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Lynn's got to step up.
All right, Ms. Blaylock, we need approval for the work session.
That's correct.
I need a motion. Go ahead, Ms. Blaylock.
So move.
Got a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
7 with 8 abstaining and 1 absent.
All right, I need a motion on the regular council minutes.
So move.
Got a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
8, 1 absent.
Thank you, Ms. Blaylock. Come on, Mr. Calhoun. Mr. Mayor, you got it. If you're ready. We started without you guys.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know from, let me go to my hard copy. Did we update this with all the raises for everybody? Oh, now he disappeared. Did we update it with all the raises for everybody, Tim? Oh, all right. I'm just joking. All right. Good evening. Sorry, I feel better than I sound. Good to see everybody. We're going to hop right in and talk about some of the things that have been happening around the community. But first, we want to talk about our thanks for how everybody responded with the city of Montgomery and the winter storm. We certainly want to express our heartfelt gratitude to the entire community for being patient and resilient during the storm. We want to commend everybody in the city who has done a great job, from Public Works to 311 to public safety as well. Excuse me. Sanitation and street maintenance in particular worked throughout the freezing weather to make sure that trees were cleared, people were safe, and they worked with our partners at Alabama Power to make sure power was restored. Their commitment in our strong community allowed Montgomery bounced back quickly and relatively safely. As a reminder, 311 is available for assistance with non-emergency city services. You can report fallen trees, down power lines, overgrown grass, potholes, and much, much more. You can even get information on where to vote, details about city events and programs just by signing up. So we want to thank those 311 call takers who spent many hours on the phone during the storm to make sure everyone's requests and issues were heard. I want to highlight also Claudette Colvin's homegoing to celebrate her legacy. As we think about Black History Month, we often think about people who are far removed from our time and sometimes even our community, but Montgomery, with its great history, has such a richness and remarkable foundation, not just of Black history, but American history overall. And Claudette Colvin was a part of that, became a part of it at the age of 15. Her courage reminds us that progress begins with quiet acts of bravery, and her example continues to inspire many, many people. We're certainly glad for what previous mayors and previous councils have done to honor Ms. Colvin, and I don't think there's anything that any city can do really to pay its true respects. But her family has been appreciative of all the outreach from the city of Montgomery, all of the residents, and certainly the things that have come from around the state and around this country. As I mentioned, 2026 marks a century of national commemorations of Black History Month. We want to encourage our community and visitors to celebrate this month by exploring Montgomery, the birthplace of the Civil Rights Movement, library, using our library, using legacy sites, Rosa Parks Museum, and so many others to bear witness. You see so many historic markers, even one not too far from here, about a block from here, Bill Traylor and his work right here in Montgomery, Alabama. So we want everybody to take a look at experiencemontgomeryal.org for a full list of places to celebrate Black History Month, and certainly look at our city events and our city webpage for more events that are happening as they're updated each and every day. Last week, I had the privilege of representing Montgomery at the U.S. Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. As a member of the Board of Trustees, I had a great opportunity to engage with leaders nationwide on strategies regarding public safety, infrastructure, growth, as well as innovation. We talked about everything from housing initiatives, Regimental, to small business support, Frank, and we talked about so many things that cities are doing in ways that are learning from each other. But I will say from the first time that I've gone to this time, there are many more ways that we are leading cities now. We have come a long way since 2020 when we were there and trying to gather a sense of what cities were doing. Our public works, our infrastructure, many of the things that the community does not see or only will call our council about when something goes wrong there. We're leading, and we're leading because the men and women of this city, along with our community partners, are doing great work. The conversations have been fruitful, and I was really renewed by a panel that I sat on called the Local Infrastructure Hub. And in it, we talked about several of our wins with electric buses, several of our wins, even as it relates to other initiatives in our local infrastructure, totaling about $50 million in grants that we have received over the last couple of years alone. And I was motivated because, Councilor Riley, when I talked about the $36.6 million Reconnecting Communities grant that has been negated, I had members from this administration say they want to help us recoup that money. And they are very enthusiastic that if we go through the grant process under a different approach with making some smaller tweaks, that the money that was allocated for the voting rights trail in your district, coming from Mobile Highway and Selma Highway all the way through Oak Street and Fairview, can be restored. And that for us is significant because when we think about West Montgomery, and again, its history, we think about a lot of infrastructure that's there. We think about a lot of work and a lot of opportunity that we know has gone into not only maintaining that community, but rebuilding it, but it has not had a lot of investment. So I was really energized by those people who have been career administrators in the Department of Transportation, pulling me aside afterwards and walking me through some things that they think we can do. And just before coming down to the work session, I shared with Mia Britton and Eddie Compton and Betty Beeville a follow-up email that I've already gotten today for us to have a meeting and a Zoom call on this to think about how we tweak our grant issue, but also how we go to the state of Alabama and maybe even our federal partners, our congressional delegation, with some asks for infrastructure in this space. So, you don't always get a chance to hit the jackpot, but I think it helps when, you have a strong story to tell and you've got a strong track record of what the city has been doing on its own to bring in that federal experience and partnership. I do want to highlight one other thing that was also brought up to me by a gentleman, Rodney Moss from Hunt Companies. He's a native of Alabama, and he works in all 50 states for public-private partnerships. And one of the things that we expressed in a follow-up committee was the need to do things in infrastructure, from water investment to airport support, airport investment to maybe even our waterway support, to do and look at these through a public-private initiative. And what was shared with me that I'll share with the council, because I'm planning to share it with our state lobby team, our state government relations team, is that Alabama, in his opinion, has the worst public-private procurement laws on the books. And he offered to work with us in the city of Montgomery to make it more attractive, whether it be private equity or whether it be hedge funds and other large conglomerates, to work with the city of Montgomery as they have worked with Newport News and other areas in the Tidewater, Virginia area and other cities, to bring private dollars to what the public can offer for some of their major infrastructure needs. Again, for us, we talked about the Riverwalk probably for most of us, most of our lifetime. We talked about the airport. We talked about so many things we want to do with the Maxwell Boulevard Gateway, and now the intermodal facility and expansion of air cargo. We will not be able to maximize our opportunities until we get some of the laws, until we get some of the procurement policies changed at the state level. So it was great to have that conversation, and again, great to receive that help. And it's something that we'll be working with our city attorney's office as well as our state leaders, hopefully to change maybe as early as this session. That is my timeline, that's my ideal, and hopefully we can make that happen, because at that point, some of the big projects that we've all been talking about in all parts of the city become a lot more viable with private investment if we can match what surrounding states have for those same type of projects. Now I want to move on from last week and talk about what's upcoming. As we bring national insights back to Montgomery, we're also embracing creative ways to celebrate this city's story. U.S. Conference of Mayors, in partnership with the National Endowment for the Arts, has announced the America 250 City Art Poster Project. Montgomery is proud to invite artists of all ages to celebrate our history and future through creative design. Don't miss out on your chance to be part of this national artistic endeavor. As long as your poster is submitted by March 22nd, it can be included. For more information, please go to mgm250.com and you will see that information for all of our arts, so whether it's our Arts Council or others that may not be formally affiliated with our museum board and others, please let any artists you know encourage them to sign up for this. Montgomery Biscuits Baseball is entering an exciting new chapter. We joined the ribbon cutting to welcome the team's new ownership, on-deck partner CEO Mike Carney, and reaffirmed our commitment to supporting local sports and family fun. We're excited that Riverwalk Stadium remains a vibrant hub for community pride and entertainment. We certainly want to thank Kibby Tate and his team, Brandon Dean and his team, as well as Bargain and Davidson Sims and some of our other partners for the work that they have done to upgrade these facilities that Major League Baseball required us to do. We weren't asked to do it, we were told to do it. But we're also excited that the council approved well over $3 million in order for us to do just that. The great thing is On Deck Partners is looking forward to doing even more with the Biscuits and with Riverwalk Stadium. You'll see some new designs, some new suites, even talking about some new seating that's been there. If you look on the side of those seats since 2004, that they want to do in the stadium. And so they bring a much larger portfolio in the real estate, not just baseball. And they have a little bigger checkbook. So I told them, well, that's good, because we got some bigger asks. So we're looking forward to a partnership with them, and we're looking forward to Biscuits Baseball getting back up and out there on the baseball diamond a little bit, just over about 6 weeks or so. So we're looking forward to that. Now, looking ahead, mark your calendars for Tuesday, February 10th, when we gather at Farm Forest Church for the 2026 State of the City Address. This free event invites residents to celebrate Montgomery's major wins from 2025 and hear about our bold vision for the year ahead. It's one focused on safety, growth, and opportunity. Doors open at 5 p.m. Now, I'm almost done, but we want to talk about some more community events. We'll be very brief. On Thursday, February 5th, we'll host the Mayor's Annual Neighborhood Banquet at the Renaissance Hotel and Spa. Last year, we had well over 600 residents, many of our neighborhood leaders out there with many of our cabinet directors and department heads, as well as leaders from throughout the city as well as our boards. I want to invite all of our council members to please encourage your appointments on the boards and authorities to come out to this. I think it's important for them to be there. They represent us on any of the authorities that we have to help this city grow, to be there for this event and to meet some of our leaders throughout our neighborhoods. On Friday, February 6th, we're proud to launch Neighbors and Flavors, a free family-friendly event designed to foster connection, celebrate culture, and expand access to healthy food options for local families. Join us from 4:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Food for Less parking lot on Mobile Highway. This initiative, sponsored by Councilwoman Riley, responds to recent federal cuts impacting families across Montgomery, and we're committed to ensuring no one is left behind. If I could, on this piece with federal cuts, just say that that was also a topic about food deserts and what cities are doing. And I'll be bringing forward some initiatives and ideas for the council to consider about the role that the city can play to help us in some of the older parts of our city, in particular, that don't have the access to some of these healthy food options that we see maybe in some other parts of our community. Now, Mardi Gras is just around the corner. Join us on February 14th. We know that's Valentine's Day. This is before that. But hopefully, after you would have given your roses or your chocolates to your Valentine. So join us from 3 to 6 for an afternoon of family-friendly fun with live music from Grammy Award-winning Buckwheat Zydeco Jr. and Montgomery's Gumptown Brass. There will also be free king cake and several food trucks and vendors. Let's show up and embrace this cultural tradition together on February the 14th, downtown at the Dexter Avenue Fountain from 3 to 6. Finally, I'm proud to share a special acknowledgement and congratulations to the Junior League's centennial year and a special acknowledgement to their 100th president. Are you the 100th president or the president in the 100th year? Where's that? The 100th president. Where is she? Somewhere. Are you the 100th president? 100? 100? You're old president. Are you the 100th president? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. I thought it was the 100th year. Well, 100th president in the 100th year of the Junior League. And America serves as the director of the I-Team for the city of Montgomery. And we see all of her work and commitment to our community each and every day, bringing discipline and the type of commitment that we all want to see throughout the city. So we're excited for Junior League and all the great things she will do for our community. So we know how our city is moving forward together. We're grateful for each and every person that's here, those that are watching virtually, and those that assist all of our city employees in everything they do. And we just want to say thank you for your support, and let's keep this momentum going. Thanks, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor Reed. Any questions for the mayor? Thank you. Madam Clerk? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have a presentation for the Chamber of Commerce commemorating 20 years with the anniversary of Hyundai Motor Company, Ms. Sharon Rose and her team.
Mayor Reed and members of the council, on behalf of the Montgomery Regional Chamber of Commerce, we are proud to present this lithograph as a tribute to 20 years of manufacturing excellence at Hyundai Motor Manufacturing, Alabama. For the Chamber, the 20-year anniversary was more than a milestone. It was a realization of a bold vision shared by public and private sectors in 2002 to transform our regional economy. This is not just about a manufacturing plant, but rather it is about a transformational partnership. Since 2005, HMMA has evolved into a global powerhouse, producing over 6.5 million vehicles and supporting 40,000 jobs in this region and in the entire state. This artwork represents 2 decades of shared prosperity and shared commitments to driving Montgomery's future forward. This lithograph is a gift to honor the unprecedented collective coordination and collaboration with the City of Montgomery, who helped to make it possible. We look forward to the next 20 years of continuing to drive progress together. Thank you.
You guys are presenting that to the mayor, or to, you make a presentation? We ain't gonna bite you, it's gonna be okay. Y'all come on in and smile. You're on camera. Give it back to the clerk. Thank you. Lieutenant Stewart, you will ask Dennis to see if anybody signed up on the public communication for agenda items. I didn't get that list.
They did not.
Did
Nobody-
not. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Any special committees report?
One, Mr. President.
Ms. Johnson?
On February 10th at 1 p.m., we'll have the Commerce and Industry Committee meeting discussing the short-term rentals. Hopefully, we'll have a resolution to bring back to the council after this meeting.
What time is the meeting?
1 p.m.
All right, everybody get that?
Councilor, who's all on that committee?
That's myself, Councilor Samansky, and Councilor Riley, and Councilor Calhoun.
Thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Johnson. All right, first item.
Mr. President, item 1 through 6 is the council's consent agenda.
Move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 7, resolution appointing Taylor Williams to the Montgomery Airport Authority.
Move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 8, review of the business license of Rosa Parks Place Apartments.
All right, this item will be carried over. Is Rosa Park, representative for Rosa Park here? Rosa Parks Apartments. Okay, we'll carry that item over for 2 weeks.
Item 9, review of business license of Sherwood Apartments.
Representative for Sherwood Apartments. Good evening. Your name for the record? Say that again. Is her mic on? Okay.
Brittany Perry.
There you go. Thank you. Brittany Perry. All right, Ms. Riley.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ms. Brittany, we're bringing you in, the business in today because we've had several complaints about the living conditions in that apartment complex. And from my understanding, I'm going to just kind of brief, I think I gave each council a little insight on it. Just going to kind of brief them on some things that they're complaining about, how the water leaks everywhere and it's flooding out there in the floors, the apartment complex, no smoke alarms, and you know that is one of our biggest issues right now due to us having some tragedy that has happened to upgrade these apartments. The trash, the nastiness of it, I wouldn't dare post pictures that the residents have sent me in on it, and also of the complaints that if they report anything, the residents are also stating that you all give them eviction notice for them reporting you all about issues that are going on out there in the community, in that neighborhood. And we already know that we're in some information about what's going on, but I need to know, what are y'all plans? where's the owner of these apartments? Because we've really been trying to get in touch with the owners, because I think you're the manager. So tell me what you know about all of this that's going on in this apartment complex, because they're really, I've been out there several times and spoke with several people on my own, without them even reporting it to me, to get an insight on how our citizens are living and what are we doing as managers or owners of apartment complexes to make sure that they are living up to par for affordable living.
Yes, ma'am, understandable. So I've just became a property manager of Sherwood as of January of this year. It was owned by it's owned by Ari Rothman. They're in a company where they're stationed in New York. However, it was ran by another property manager by the name of Deshaun Beasley, which there was a lot of neglecting. There was a lot of things going on. I am also not only now a manager, I'm also a tenant. So I've been a tenant at Sherwood since 2019, and I've witnessed managers come and go. I've seen it firsthand. So now that I am in the seat, I have been complying with tenants. I visit with tenants. I've also have given out many work orders. I have a workload with my crew that we are going to make sure everything gets done in a timely fashion. However, it is a lot that has been neglected, and it is my responsibility as of right now to make sure those needs are met. I make sure I do walkthroughs. I make sure trash are taken up. I comply with my tenants, and I ask questions, and I leave myself open so they can come to me and speak to me and tell me their needs so they are able to get met.
So let me ask you this. So you're saying you've been there since January. So these tenants that have emailed me and have sent me information, they've been there for a while as well. And these just came in the last couple of days.
Understood. So with that being stated, I was a assistant manager with Mr. Beasley. So within that time frame, like I stated, I witnessed a lot. However, he kept me in books. So based on me seeing these things and not being able to speak as needed be, a lot was neglected. I've seen it myself, and the fact that now I am in the seat is a lot on me, but I am most definitely able and willing to get these things situated.
So how do you all prioritize? Because I got one email stating that a pipe has been busted 4 months in their home, and no one has even came over to assist about this pipe and the infestation of animals.
Absolutely. So with that as well, I have been talking to, and we do have pest control. He actually comes out once a week. He services 2 units each time he comes out. I also have another plumbing person that is also trying to fix the issues. But the past person that we were working with, it was pretty much just a patch-up issue. With me being in that office for at least 2 weeks, I have transferred those tenants out of those units, majority of them that had those complaints, and I placed them in another unit. So they're not in those units anymore unless they're willing and wanting to be, because I do offer them and try my best to make sure they're not still living like that.
Okay, what are we gonna do for safety-wise with these smoke alarms that these apartments are not having?
Yes,
and I mean, that is one of the biggest. I mean, I don't know if you know about one of our apartment complex that we had a major fire. And this is my worry, because I get the phone calls at night, and they're so afraid about a fire breaking out, and we have children that lives in that area that my concern is about those citizens out there. And
I understand completely, and not meaning to cut you off, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
And like I stated prior, I am a tenant, and I do have children, so my children's safety is just as well as important as those other tenants, and I don't put myself beyond anyone. So I understand their needs, I understand what they are going through as tenants, because I am one of those. So with that being stated, by me being the new property manager, I am doing all that I can to make sure things are taken care of. I know it will take some time, but I can assure you that I am doing my best.
I I would like a plan of action from you
Absolutely.
and your management team
Yes, ma'am.
about what we're planning to do with this apartment complex to bring it back up to par for safety-wise, how we're going to upgrade and make sure the citizens are living in the compliance area.
Absolutely.
Because I went in one of those apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and the bathroom area, I couldn't do it. I couldn't live there and look at the area that this baby had to use the restroom. And I also know one of our partners with the city was out there doing an event, and they sent me some video while they were out there of trash, water running everywhere. People just, their apartment doors wide open, doors are not secured, can't lock their doors, no smoke alarms. And I'm emphasizing the smoke alarm thing tremendously, because at this time we're having cold weather and people are doing everything. Heat not working. And we're getting ready to go into some summer months.
Correct.
And I'm wondering about the air. And I know Mr. Mitchell and I have been working closely on these apartment complexes on a lot of things that's going on inside of this, because the citizens matter to me.
Absolutely.
I mean, you matter important on how you live.
That's
because
right.
I cannot provide the service I need to give you if you're not providing what you need to give that citizen out there in that apartment complex on how they are living. And they have children that are going to school and can't even wash their clothing because of how the water line systems are out there in that apartment area.
I agree with you completely, and like I stated, ma'am, Miss Riley, I am doing all that I can to make sure this is taken care of. It's been a long time waiting, and like, once again, I am also a tenant of Sherwood Apartments, so I understand how they are feeling, because I am one of them. So I put myself in their shoes to understand what they're going through. And with that, also, I've had a visit with the fire department, and they came out and asked me questions pertaining to units to make sure that they have what they needed. And I am going in also tomorrow to make sure every unit has a fire extinguisher, a smoke detector, and also breaker box. So I have plans in the making, and I am doing my due diligence to that property. So I just asked for a chance so I can be able to get this company or neighborhood back up and running how it should be.
So are the owners giving you support?
They are. And I can say the last property manager, you know, all of them are different. However, it takes someone to really care and want to do the work and put in the time and effort to get it done. But they support me 100%. I have no issues.
Mr. Mitchell got a question.
Mr. Mitchell.
Mr. President, so tell me, when have the last time the owner has actually been on your property?
This is when I first got hired. I got hired as property manager on the 22nd, so the week before.
And I know you're the property manager, but how much authority do you have to really, if something is actually just need to be fixed, how much authorization do you have to immediately
I get it approved immediately since I've been in that seat, sir, and I have no issues. They have not given me any type of hesitant to me doing anything I need to do to fix that property.
Because the reason why I ask, because I know we've been dealing with Sherwood since I think
Understood,
2023.
Yes.
And we've been hearing the same thing, and every time we get, like we think we're gonna get close, they change either property manager, they change management company. So we are starting all back over with the same issues that's never resolved.
And I understand that as well. Based by me being there, I've seen them come and go, you know, like I said, and I think it's because of the load. They get in and they try to fix the issue, and I think sometimes they get burnt out, and I think that's what happened previously. You just get burnt out, but when you want to get it done and you see it, but like, once again, I keep saying it, but it's true. I am a tenant. I live there, so of course I want it to get better. So based by me being in that area, I feel as though it is my duty to my people to make sure this gets taken care of.
So do your maintenance personnel stay on premise, or do you have a handyman? Do you have a certified who's ever doing your maintenance work on property?
They're not on property. They don't stay on property, but they are there every day, majority of the time.
So if they have an issue Friday night at 7 o'clock,
They're coming.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, any other questions?
One more question. Well, just some solutions real quick. I need a plan of action from you.
Understood.
We need you to get with inspections in the fire department if I can today.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I need them to come and visit you personally.
They have.
I need them to come visit you personally.
Understood.
To make sure we're in compliance in the safety of our residents.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm gonna ask you today is to go to see fire department and our inspection department before you leave here today.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm gonna invite you back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
If I have to constantly invite you back every 2 weeks to get an update on what we're doing, to make sure these citizens are in compliance, that we're getting compliance with them, I'm gonna do it because they matter.
Absolutely.
They
And
matter so much, and if you live out there, you matter. And I want to make sure everything is right for us to be living in a great condition and being
Yes,
able
ma'am.
to do what we need to do to take care of our families.
I would appreciate that very much.
So will you please get with someone with fire department and someone with inspections today before you leave? And then I'll see you in 2 weeks back again. And I need a plan of action in 2 weeks of
Yes,
what we're
ma'am.
doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Riley. Madam Clerk.
Item 10, resolution directing mayor to execute a sanitary sewer easement to Guyone Tech USSA for the purpose of installing and maintaining a sanitary sewer force main through Woodcrest Park at 4325 Thornwood Drive.
Yes, sir. Your name for the record?
Taylor Manning. Taylor Manning.
Taylor Maine. Okay. All right. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Maine?
Yes, Ms. Mayor, could you explain to our citizens that what you all plan on doing and what this is all about for the area over there for Thornwood Drive coming through Woodcrest Park?
We just need new sanitary access, and that's the easiest way for us to do it. And we figured going through the city park around the perimeter would be the best way.
All right. Any other question? Any motion?
Motion to approve.
Suspend the rules.
Suspend the rules, sorry.
I have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
I have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Item
Good luck
11,
with you, sir.
application for a billiard business doing business as Volume 3 at 3830 Harrison Road.
All right. Representative for, it's Miss Business, Lanyata Young.
Lanyata Young.
Lanyata. All right, state your name for the record.
Lanyata Young.
Okay. All right, this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item? No, it's not. I'm sorry, this is not a public hearing, it's not about a liquor license. I'm sorry, Mr. Samansky.
Well, and I think that highlights the issue here is that we're not here for a public hearing because there is no liquor license application. I have this business strip in my district, but it runs adjacent to a couple other city council districts, and we have been hearing a lot from the general public about what this business is saying it is and what it is. So it's in front of the council today because the revenue department and license department flagged it for us to take a look at, because there is a belief that this is not a billiards business. You're not selling pool tables, and it's not a pool hall. Is that correct? It's more of a nightclub, kind of hybrid event
No,
center
sir.
location?
No, sir.
It's a pool hall?
Yes, that's the plan, yes, sir.
That's the plan. And you're going to have, along with that, there has been no application for alcohol, right? So
Correct.
no alcohol is ever going to be, the intention is not to have alcohol on site
As of now, no, sir.
as of ever, potentially? That's the real issue here. I've got two event centers sitting in this complex right next to each other, and I've got people that are coming to me telling me that the activities that are taking place in this building, that are already taking place in this space, that have already been advertised as taking place, this are not billiards house, or whatever, what billiards business, whatever the business license term is. And so my concern is that we're bringing in, I've seen this pop up in other places in my district, another place that is coming in, not getting the right license, and then we have problems down the road. If you were coming here today with a liquor license or planning on having booze, But we had some inspectors that went out there. They didn't get a chance to take a look inside, but from everything that we're being told by the neighbors in the area, by the other adjoining business owners, this is not a pool hall. I'll give Mr. Grimes the opportunity to chime in because he's got some residents in the area as well.
I agree with Mr. Szymanski. We've already seen advertising the parties you were having before you opened, before you had a license. And I would be totally opposed to opening a pool hall because I don't know there's any pool halls that don't serve beer or liquor. I mean, most of them all have alcohol. That's a part of the business. It's always been a part of the business. So I would be against this business license. And if you're going to be a pool hall, then be a pool hall. But you can't be a bar or a nightclub and say you're going to be a pool hall with no live alcohol.
So you don't think that people can have a good time without alcohol?
Well, I don't think that's actually the issue. And the actual issue is that I don't think that it's right for people to find different license types and then come before the revenue department or the city council because it's happened too many times. When I had the issue in Normandale, it was the exact same problem. Conference center was the license type, and anything but conference activities were happening in there. So I don't have a whole lot of faith based on what I'm being told by our revenue department, by the licensing department, by the neighbors that are there, that this business is going to be what most of us in this room would define as a pool hall.
It's going to be a pool hall. I don't know what you all have been told, but it's going to be a pool hall. And far as the one promotion, someone had asked me if they could have a party, and by me not being aware that it would be a problem, I told them yes. So they did advertise, but it was nipped in the bud when I found out that I couldn't allow them to have a party there.
It was nipped in the bud when we came out there and told y'all you couldn't have a party.
Yes, sir.
You didn't have a license at the time.
Yes, sir. And I do apologize because I was unaware. This is my first time trying to. I do have 2 other businesses, but it's not a pool hall. They're more on in the beauty field.
How many pool tables do you have inside your building right now?
2.
2 pool tables? How big is your square footage?
I want to say it's. I have to go and look at the lease.
Do you know what your capacity is?
No, sir.
Okay. We're not going to suspend the rules this week. I want, at the very least, the opportunity for our business licensing to take a look at the piece of property and actually tell me that they think this is going to be a pool hall.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to be the case. But we'll come back at the next meeting and we'll have another conversation before we move this thing forward.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Young, this will be carried over for 2 weeks, and so you'll be back on the council.
I'm just not
again.
going to suspend the rules.
Yeah, so it's going to be carried over for 2 weeks. Yeah. Be carried over for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
On the 17th.
Okay.
Be back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 12, application for a restaurant retail liquor license doing business as Brand's Wings, 5761 Atlanta Highway.
All right, representative for Brand Wings. Your name for the record, sir.
Andre Brunson.
All right. All right, Mr. Brunson, this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, the public hearing has been held. It's proper before the council. Need a motion, Mr. Grimes?
I got one question. Mr. Brinson, you plan on closing at 10 o'clock? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Okay. I move to suspend the rules.
All right, have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
I move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business. This your 3rd location?
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Item 13, resolution appointing Shantae Pinnick to the Montgomery Clean City Commission.
All right. Ms. Johnson,
Motion to suspend the rules.
have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 14, appeal of nuisance violations by Tosh Gray at 1703 Cruson Street.
Tosh Gray, if you're in the audience, please come forward. Tosh Gray. Yes, sir. Your name for the record.
Tosh Gray.
All right. You're here to talk to appeal on 1703 Cruson Street?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
State your case.
Good evening, members of the council. My name is Tosh Gray, and I stand before you today to appeal the decision to abate one of my properties, 1703 Cruson Street, without providing me with adequate prior notification. This lack of notification infringe upon my rights as a property owner to proper procedural due process. According to the city, a notice was mailed. However, I did not receive any notification until more than 5 weeks after the abatement had already taken place. I later discovered that the notice had been sent to the wrong address. During the Christmas holiday, I found that the work had been performed on my property without my knowledge or consent. Confused, I contacted my lawn contractor, who confirmed that they had no involvement or knowledge of any such work. A few days shortly afterward, I realized that my vehicle had also been removed from the property. A note was left by the towing company, but I received no prior communication about this. After the holiday, I contacted the towing company and was informed that the truck had been placed for abatement by the city. I retrieved the truck, which is currently in service and was never abandoned. I personally visited the city code enforcement office to find out what work had been done and why. I scheduled a meeting for January 9th, 2026 at 2:30 p.m. with the city official David Whitaker and Travis Ball to obtain a copy of the notice. However, they did not honor the appointment we agreed upon. Each time I was denied any written documentation, leaving me unable to understand what actions had been taken or why. It took over 5 weeks before the city clerk, Ms. Ballock, had to petition the department herself for me to finally receive the notice, which I did not receive until this past Friday. Additionally, 1 year prior on January 10th, 2025, I spoke an email as requested by the Chief Clerk at Montgomery County Revenue Commissioner Office, Allison Holland, to ensure that all correspondence related to this property would be mailed to my correct address. After reviewing the records, it became clear that this correction was not made until January 6, 2026, long after the abatement actions had already taken place. There was also no signage posted on the property at any time by the inspector, Travis Ball, which is another required step that was not followed. Taken together, these failures demonstrate a clear breakdown in procedure by the city officials. As a small minority professional, I have been placed under hardship by the very government that's supposed to follow due process and protect the rights of its citizens. The city's failure to properly notify me, document its actions, or follow required procedures has caused me financial, professional, and personal harm. I respectfully ask this council to acknowledge these procedural violations and reconsider the abatement decision. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. Any council member have any questions?
Mr. Gray,
Yes,
how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
This your only property?
No, I have another one as well.
You have another. You live in Montgomery?
Yes, I do.
How often do you check your properties?
I try to do a routine check on the properties at least every 3 weeks, but this particular property here, I work on it in my spare time, like on the weekends. that sort of thing. I'm actually a contractor, so I just take my time with this. This is a property that we aspire to fix up and provide for a needy family in the future.
So if you visited and been fixing it up every 3 weeks, why would we have to get an abatement on the property? Did you not notice that the grass was overgrown and several vehicles were in the yard?
That's a great question. Actually, what the contractor done that the city hired, he actually just cut down my privacy vines that's on the backyard fence. And bear in mind that it was December, so the grass doesn't grow. So the grass, we put the final cut on the grass in November. What we had left was the privacy vines, which you can find throughout the city. Monticello Drive, West Ferry Road, Bell Road, wherever you go, it's just privacy vines. And so yes, we was aware of that, and I had one work truck vehicle, which is currently back on the road. The tires was pumped up, it crunk, it ran. It wasn't an issue, it just had moss because it was sitting there. It was one of my old vehicles that I planned to allow one of my apprentices to actually use once he get trained up and ready. So I kind of just had it sitting at that property. But the vines I use for coverage, because the particular neighborhood that is in, it has, unfortunately, some crime problems. And so I had the vines, so if I'm moving material out of that storage in the back, I had some cover. It's a corner lot. However, if the city had a problem, I had proper notification, I definitely would have complied. But now I have the truck back on the road, I have photographs of it, I have it tag insurance on it. But when I talked to the revenue office, they told me you could have in the state of Alabama an inoperable vehicle. You just can't drive it on the road. And so I have other vehicles too. I just didn't see the point of just dishing out insurance payments monthly, me and my wife, for a vehicle that I'm no longer really using because my other truck can pretty much carry the load.
Understood. So the truck, it was in the backyard?
In the backyard, yes ma'am.
So I noticed you mentioned that the neighborhood and the area carries a lot of crime. In your neighborhood, how would you feel if your neighbor's grass was overgrown and they maybe come look at it every 3 weeks, but they really didn't take care of their property and you take care of yours, or maybe you can't afford to take care of yours, but maybe it's bringing rodents, but how would you feel if that happened next door to your house?
If the grass was overgrown, or if they had the situation that was at that property?
The situation that was at that property.
If they had the situation, actually, like I said, I stay near in 36117, and so I see it every day. I mean, on West Ferry Road, we can all get in the car in Monticello. Yeah. You can see foliage around the front part of the house. So to answer your question, I wouldn't feel any kind of way because it's just so common in plain sight.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that that's so common.
Ms. Johnson, let me see what you got. Mr. Dean, what you got?
Yes, good evening, Council, Mayor Reed. As Mr. Gray indicated, we did receive a 311 complaint, and upon responding, we did discover the overgrown grass and the junk vehicle, and we sent a letter out on the 13th of November. We followed up with a reinspection on the 24th of November, and we saw that no corrective action in terms of compliance had taken place, and ultimately came before council, and there was a resolution that was upheld to abate the property, and we moved forward in those efforts. I think the problem is Mr. Gray did not receive the letter, but I will say that our processes were followed in terms of the abatement process from the initial complaint through the actual abatement of the vehicles and the overgrown grass. One of the things I do want to say that Mr. Gray mentioned that is not correct. Our process does not include placing a notice on the property, but a letter was sent out, and that is part of our process, and notifying the property owner of any types of nuisance.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. Mr. Gray, in 36110, yes, we're making some changes, and we want to take care of the properties in 36110 the same way we do in 36117. Mr. President, I'd like to move to deny this request.
All right, Council, you heard we have a motion to deny. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, your appeal has been denied, sir. Next item.
Item 15, pursuant to Section 1153B1 Code of Alabama, authorization of demolition of unsafe structures at the two listed locations.
All right, need a motion?
Move to suspend the rules on the remaining agenda.
Have a motion to suspend the
You
rules
don't
on the...
suspend the rules on 15.
I move, just a motion to uphold. Have a motion to uphold. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 16, resolution assessing the cost of abatement of unsafe structures on various lots.
Now move to suspend rules on the remaining agenda.
Have a motion to suspend the rules on the remaining agenda. All in favor, please raise two hands.
Are you going to raise yours? Unanimous.
All right, need a motion.
Move to adopt.
All in favor?
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 17, resolution declaring, authorizing, and assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
All right. Contingency.
Mr. Councillor Mitchell has presented me with a written resolution, so therefore I will need to read it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Whereas Woodley Terrace, EEG management continues to be an extreme danger to the citizens of Montgomery, be it resolved that for the health, safety, and general welfare of the citizens of Montgomery, the Montgomery City Council would like this apartment complex of 3923 Woodley Road closed indefinitely.
Mr. President.
Mr. Mitchell.
So I have been fighting the good fight with EEG LLC for probably about 4 years. In those 4 years, we have never had the opportunity to have the owner to come in front of the city council and answer any questions. We have chased their lawyers. We have made a settlement with them that we thought was in good faith. That settlement was not done in good faith. We did recently have to refile a suit against them again, and I think this is an opportunity for the city of Montgomery to stand for their citizen and make a statement to those out-of-state landlords that we will not take what we're seeing in the city of Montgomery, especially when it comes to our apartment. So I'm asking that the city council support me on moving forward with condemning this apartment complex, Mr. President.
All right. You have explanation of the resolution. All right. Any discussion?
Yes, just
Mr. Raleigh?
one discussion, Mr. President. Mr. Councilor Mitchell, do you know about approximately how many people live out there at this time now that we need to be trying to see what we can do to assist them on relocation?
So a lot of them did move when the fire. I think the last count I had, and that was through United Way, I think it was maybe 30 residents that was out there. And I think I have already talked to the United Way, Salvation Army, and also Red Cross. So we will do a collaborative effort to make sure that we place those residents somewhere that will be suitable and affordable for them.
And this ain't gonna happen overnight.
And no, this will not happen overnight. This is still something that legal would have to make sure that we in our given right to move forward. I just want the support of the city council.
Yes, I just wanted you to put on record so you would let them know that we are assisting
Yes,
on making sure
yes,
that we move the
yes.
citizens to a safe environment. We're not just putting people out, so that's why I wanted you to make sure.
And this was not something that happened overnight. Like I said, thank you to the mayor. The mayor sent the city inspectors out there. On our preliminary report, there were some things that I don't think that they can fix in a small length of time. And I don't think that they have the ability to want to fix it, because we've been working on this for 4 years. I've been fighting with these apartment complexes. And like I said, today is the night that we stand tall in the city of Montgomery and said, this is not what we're going to accept here in the city of Montgomery.
All right.
Like to make a motion?
Mr.
yes, ma'am.
President, just one thing.
Ms. Johnson?
I do agree 100% with you, Councilor Mitchell. Mr. President, over the past couple of meetings, we've had written resolutions where we've had very well-researched resolutions and different things that have been presented that have been held that will probably generate revenue in the city that has been held. But we are getting produced and coming to the floor written resolutions. I just ask that there be a standard put in place across the council where we're actually writing up this stuff, and this information that we receive it prior to the council meeting. As anything else is required, if it's required from one, it needs to be required from all. But I will vote with you, Mr. Mitchell. But there needs to be a standard in place, and it needs to go across the board, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Just one more observation, Mr. President.
Ms. Riley?
Mr. Mitchell, just make sure you state again to us who's going to assist them so that they will be able to call the proper people in asking about the assistance when the phone calls start coming in. Who will be the ones that will help assist on making locations for them?
So if we are able to move forward, I will personally get in contact with Montgomery Housing Authority for those individuals that may have vouchers. I will reach out to United Way. I will reach out to Salvation Army. I will reach out to Red Cross, and I also would work with Eddie Compton on affordable houses. So if this is able to move forward, we will have different things in place. Like I said, this is still up to legal to see if we can legally do this. So only thing I'm asking is for the support of the council so we can move forward.
Legal, you have any comment? Lawyer, attorney?
Well, this particular apartment is currently in litigation, so we would have to just pull back on what we say today, but we will look into what we have here, but we have ongoing litigation at this point.
All right, so what's your motion, Mr. Mitchell? Mr. Grimes?
So can we vote on it?
Need
Yes.
a motion to suspend the rules? You need a motion to suspend the rules?
No vote.
We can move forward. Move forward. Suspend the rules, motion to suspend the rules.
Hey, what's your answer on the question?
What's the question?
Listen, all Mr. Mitchell's asking this council to do is say, council, we don't want them to do business in our city anymore.
So we're going to
And
revoke the
it's up to
license?
legal. The resolution's not worth the paper that it's written on. But what it does is it tells the mayor's staff and the mayor, hey, the council agrees that Mr. Mitchell does not, and the council doesn't want these folks to do business in our city anymore.
Okay,
That's what we're saying.
Okay, my
And
understanding.
it's still y'all's decision.
Right, we still have to go through
Yes,
the
yes,
legalese,
yes.
and the council is
Yes,
just
ma'am.
saying that this is what we want to happen.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, ma'am. It says that the council would like this apartment complex closed indefinitely. It does not give specific instructions to close.
That should be fine.
And I'd just
Legal
like-
will,
I'd just
just
like
with
to
the
comment.
understanding that legal has to look at this, and this is merely saying this is what the city
Yes.
council wants to happen.
Correct. Motion to suspend the rules.
I thought you wanted to talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment how
Let's get the motion.
well written that
All right,
resolution
hold on. I got a
was.
question on motion to
I don't
suspend the
know
rules.
who
Let's suspend the rules real quick. I have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
All right.
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
All right, Mr.
Resolution
Pruitt.
is adopted.
Thank you, council.
Oh, okay, Mr. Pruitt. All right.
Council, I also have contingency funds. I have put a sheet in front of you for District 1, 4,500 to Stony Brook HOA. District 2, 1,000 to Quiet Storm, 1,500 to Macoa for culinary capers, 1,500 to Women in Training. District 6, 1,500 to Divas and Gents, 500 to MVS for Seth Johnson.
All right, anyone else?
Yes, Meals on Wheels, $1,500 for their capers event. And, Leo Foundation, 500, and Women in Training, 500.
500 to Leo Foundation and 500 to who?
Women in training.
Women in Training.
Miss Blaylock?
Just one second. Yes, sir.
I'd like to give 500 to Leo Foundation and 500 to Women in Training.
Ms. Blaylock. Just a second. Yes, ma'am.
Do 500 to Leo Foundation for District 2.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
Ms. Blaylock, District 3, I'd like to do 500 to Women in Training. And I actually had one more, but I can't find the name of the foundation, but I do have one more for $500.
All right, District 5, all of these are $1,000 for Women in Training, Vaughn Road Elementary School.
Wait a minute. I don't.
Go ahead.
Vaughn Road Elementary, 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Bear Elementary School, Seth Johnson Elementary School,
Wait.
and Downley Elementary School.
1,000 to Seth Johnson and 1,000 to
Downley.
Elementary.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else?
District 6,
Uh-huh.
1,000 Women in Training, 500 to Young Men on the, I'm sorry.
1,000 to who?
Women in Training,
I got that one.
1,000 to Young Men on a Mission, and 1,000 to the Leo.
Just one second. 1,000 to the Leo Foundation.
Academy, one of them. Was it Academy or Foundation? Yes. Foundation or Academy?
Is this the Leo guy?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. The golf.
Hey, y'all hold tight on it. We got some. I talked to the guy about it. Just hold on that. We got some. Okay.
What do you want me
Just
to
pull
do?
them into the next meeting. Yeah.
You want me just to strike all the ones for Leo
Yes, ma'am.
Foundation?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he will explain those to you. Anything else, Mr. Mitchell?
No, ma'am.
All right, need a motion.
Wait, no, Ms. Black, I need to
Yes.
do 2,000 to Women in Training.
I don't know.
All right, need a motion.
CC, what happened to the Leo Foundation?
I talked about it out the regular.
Okay, okay.
All right, need a motion.
Motion to move to adopt.
All right, I have a motion. Let me say it how you say it. I have a motion to move to adopt.
Yeah.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
All right, thank you, Council. In our public communication roster,